is Brandstifter. It's a play on word, it means fire starter, if you translate it. And the name of my installation was rauschgiftengelloops, which means drug angel loops. And it was not only an installation, I did a concert. I played a concert on Saturday at 10 p.m. And it's an installation too, so it worked as an installation.
Yeah. So basically, do you see that there are kind of one art piece or two different kind of art pieces, like that performance and that installation?
It's a mixture between an installation, so it's an art piece, and it's some performance. When I perform on the Angels, when I do the record loops, it's a performance. And what comes out of it is the sound. So it's an interdisciplinary mixture between art, music, and performance.
Yes. So basically, but it does it's meant to work like if you only see either the performance or the installation. Do you think?
It started as an installation thing when I developed this idea. It was just an installation thing. And but it was also worked with sound, and it was in an exhibition. And then I went to parties, and I put it at illegal clubs and squats, and I put it on the whole night. It was just running around, and I didn't interfere that much like I now do. And recently, or I would say the last 5 years, I started to make a set out of it, to make a show, a performance which is about 45 minutes. But I can also make it for hours, just let the Angels play and interfere. So the only thing I do is I change the records. And sometimes I don't change the records and let them go, because the loops are constantly changing, because the needle goes onto the skirt of the Angels, and then when the needle is at the Angel's skirt, then there's the loop. But sometimes it changes, and I use volume, treble, and bass, and to make a performance, to make a sound performance with the three Angels.
Yes. So was it kind of like you said that like the Angel's skirt makes the loop?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you have to do anything to that Angel's skirt, or was it just it just happened to be like that?
I just put on a record, and I put on top of the record is the Angel, and then the needle can go like the normal procedure, and then where the skirt, there's the stop. And at this place and at this time when the needle hits the skirt, then there's the loop, and I don't know which part of the record the loop will be, so it's all improvised.
Yes. So if you move the Angel a bit, then the loop changes again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's really cool and really low technology, I think.
Yeah. The idea is to have it similar to life, because in life things happen a lot and you have to deal with it, and that's the idea of the performance.
Yes, exactly. And so I noticed that there is those drug needles in all these do you want to talk about those?
Yeah, it's maybe hard to translate. It's in German, rauschgiftengelloops means drug angel loops. And I know a girlfriend of mine, she had a grandmother, and the friend of mine, she had to go when she was a small child to her grandmother, which she didn't like too much. And she had to wear a white skirt, and it was on Christmas, and she had to go there and say, "Happy Christmas, grandmother." And she went there and said, "Happy Christmas, grandmother." And she said, "Oh, you look so nice, you look so nice, you look like a drug angel." And she said, "Rauschgiftengel, drug angel." What she wanted to say is, you look like a Rauschgold Engel, which means a golden angel, an angel which has golden flitter on its body, which is popular in Christmas time. And so she was saying something which she didn't want to say, or maybe it was more the truth than what she wanted to say, what the idea was. And she told me this story, and I remember the story. And then I was setting up a show about Heiligtum, holiness, and kitsch, camp. And so I developed the idea with the Angel, and the Angel, to show that he's addicted, I thought about a syringe put in the back. And then I thought about I could put it maybe on a turntable, so that it always moves on himself, itself, because people who are on drugs, they only think about themselves. And then I thought about me. Well, it's on a record player, so maybe I could put a record, and this is how the whole thing started.
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks.
So, did you have to try different angels, or was was that the first one you tried? Was
the first one.
Yes.
So I started with the biggest one. This one was the first angel that I bought in Christmas time. And you can see the eyes are changed so that it looks like it's on drugs, the angel.
Yeah, it does.
And then later on I found two small angels, so they all form together the drug angel loop.
Yeah.
Sisters.
Sisters in drugs.
Sisters in drugs, yeah. Sisters in sound and
drug.
And for me, they are the performers. I'm just helping them. So I put when I do the performance, I move my back to the audience, and I just concentrate on the angels and the record players and what happens, and I'm their slave.
Yeah, exactly. Like
they do the performance.
Yes, but like they just need some assistance.
They need some assistance.
And you understand what they need.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I try to understand what they try to tell me.
Yes.
So when there's a loop and you have some vocals on it, and it sounds always very different, and you don't know what they sung about. Most of the records are Christmas records, and I also have some other things which are going on, some adventure stories and things like that, and you never know what comes out. And everybody in the audience understands different things which you can hear. So everybody has his own idea about what is going on there, and this is what I like about art or music. If people can listen to it and everybody has his own image or gets his own message. What is
own meaning?
Or meaning,
It's like to somebody it means something else, and somebody. Yeah. What about those lights and stuff? Like, did you have to? Are they same every time? Like you do this?
I first used simple white lights. And then I thought about, because the idea of the exhibition was to have it more campy, very kitschig, we say in Germany. I think it's camp in English. And so I thought about to make it very kitschy, to have this colored lights, to make it not too serious art, to make it more like Disneyland, a little bit Disneyland effect, to make it more plastic.
Yes. So, do you think that like this is like in some sort of like continuum, like in tradition of avant-garde? I guess it's so. I never thought about doing avant-garde by doing this. I started doing this as a kind of an installation piece. I told you how I developed it. So then I found out this is new music, what we call neue Musik in Germany. And but it's not that seriousness about it. So I always like things that have humor in it. And so I never thought about to make serious music, but it's in a way it's serious music. So you can listen to it like it's modern composing, and I think it's in a tradition of John Cage too. He worked a lot with loops and his ideas of the Zufall. So what happens to deal with that? What happens? And I think it's an anarchist thing too. What happens? I try not to use PA or things like that, so they are built-in speakers and they are built-in amplifiers. So for this show I did yesterday night, I wanted to do a very quiet show, because there were a lot of shows were very loud, and I want to teach the people. So when I start very, 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 very calm, so that the people prick up their ears, and then they get very sensitive. And when I'm very loud, they think it's like harsh noise, but it's not loud at all compared to other music. But it's good for to train the people that they could also hear to very noise, sound, whatever, which is not that loud, which is enough. And it's more natural, because I use the rooms. I use the room where the performance is to sound the room. So the angels, the record players, they vibrate the room. So it's the sound which comes back from the ceiling, from the floor, from everything in the room. It's not a PA. PA you can play everywhere. You can go to every place and have a good PA and make a sound. But it's not the sound of the room. And what I want to do is to make the room sound. Even though this is kind of like not really like rocket science, that you don't have to study technology 5 years to do this, but you still kind of have to try things and like
have something like it's not just like that you get this idea in 5 seconds and it's there. Can you tell something about this process? That how?
Yeah, it took me a long time to develop how to work with the turntables and to work with the. You have to get sensitive because I can only change the records, I can only change the volume, the treble and the bass. So you must get quite sensitive to this, how it changed the music, and sometimes it's just a moment and you turn that knob or this knob, and I always do a different move with the knobs and they have different effects. So sometimes there's a noise inside of the knob and I use this and it's more like an industrial piece which is coming out of the thing. So it's already different, and it took some time to develop this idea, and I think it's quite unique what I'm doing with this. I know other people who are doing loops with record players, but they're all very different, and so it's very individual thing. It's a thing everybody could do, and this is the idea I like, but nobody does it the way maybe I do, and and it's...
You got your own point of view to this, and you decided like that. How do you want to do it? Yeah. And you didn't look from something like internet. I want to do this, and how do you do this?
No, I think it won't. It would not work. I think I found the right equipment to do it, and if you use another Angel with another white, it would maybe work different. People ask me they want to buy the installation as an art piece, but I can't sell it because it's a unique instrument I created for me, especially for me. And it only works that way. And if I would have used to use other instruments, other puppets, other angels, it would be quite different.
Yes.
Yeah.